Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If this is your first time here at this channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you are new to this channel, this is a WWE content channel. We talk about WWE, we talk about Raw, SmackDown, the PLEs. We got to get better at talking about NXT. I won't lie. I'll do that pretty soon. I assure you this. And then we do something really cool here. We do email videos where you send in your emails about your thoughts, your opinions, your predictions about WWE, and then I answer them and I make videos and I send it all out for you to see. So that's pretty cool. And then we do predictions, we do previews, we do reviews, and that's what this video is here. We are going to review what happened at Crown Jewel. So if you enjoy WWE content, like and subscribe. Please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you. There's plenty of room for you here on this channel. We all talk in the comments. It's a very cool community. Everybody here is really awesome. I enjoy hearing from everybody. I try to respond to everybody as much as I can. It's a great community. We're growing it. It's getting bigger and bigger, even if it's going slowly right now, which is fine. We're still going to put out the content. We're still going to engage and get this thing going. So without further ado, let's talk about what happened at Crown Jewel. So first of all, Crown Jewel starts off and it's the Bloodline match. That's something that took me off guard. I thought, hey, is it going to be the main event or is it going to come right before the Cody match if it's Cody's main event? But no, we get the very first match of the night is the Bloodline match. Solo, Fatu, and Tama Tonga are the ones that are going to be in the match. And then I thought it was interesting because Roman comes out with Jimmy Uso. And I was thinking, like, are they all three going to come out together or are they all three going to come out separately? But no, Roman's song hits. It's Roman and Jimmy, and then Jay comes out on his own. And you could still tell that there's a little bit of tension between the OG bloodline. Jimmy, Jay, and Roman. Not so much on Jay and Jimmy as much as it is for Roman and Jay, because at some point during the match, Roman stuck out his hand for the tag, and Jay looked at him. And instead of tagging Roman in, he tags in Jimmy. And then Jimmy and Roman both have this look on their face, like, "What are you doing?" Like Roman was asking for the tag, and I think it was a way of Jay to say. And the announcers, I thought it was cool that they said it. The announcers were like, "Hey, that's Jay's way of showing to Roman Reigns that you are no longer calling the shots. I'm not going to tag you in just because you're telling me to tag you in. I will tag you in if I want to." So I thought that part of it was pretty cool. The dynamic between all three of them. Something I found very surprising in this match. By the way, Jacob Fatu is a beast. I know we talk about glazing Braun Breaker. It's official. We're glazing Jacob Fatu. We should have done it a few weeks ago, but no, it's official. We're glazing on both shows here, Raw and SmackDown. We got Breaker, we got Fatu. If these two ever face each other, I don't know what I'm going to do. The glaze will be real on that. But Jacob Fatu is a beast. I mean, hitting that moonsault on Roman and then flying out of the ring to land on the Usos was awesome. And then after that, Solo Sikoa hit like 2 or 3 Samoan spikes on Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa pins the tribal chief, the OTC Roman Reigns. Wow. I actually did see something after the show that Solo Sikoa has pinned and beaten Cena and Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel events. That's crazy. I think we should all maybe give a little bit of respect here to Solo Sikoa because he is now showing that he is working or operating on a similar, if not same level as Roman Reigns as far as like being in the main event. So props to Solo. Good match all around. I love the dynamic and different stories they were telling, but it was after the match where the biggest thing happened. I know it's hard to think. How could it get bigger than pinning Roman Reigns? Crazy what happened after this match. They were attacking Roman. They were about to put him through a table, but Jay and Jimmy come for the save, and then they end up fighting all in the ring. Jay gets put in the corner, sitting down. They put a chair around his neck. Solo's about to run and do the hip attack when Sami Zayn's song hits. And that's such a long ramp to walk down. Like, he didn't run down, he walked down. And we're all just sitting there waiting for him to get to the ring. But Sami gets in there, and I, for a few seconds, thought, like, hey, is he going to turn heel here? Is this going to be it? Where it didn't happen. Solo Sikoa stuck out his arms for a hug. He was trying to convince Sami, hey, join us. Don't forget what Roman did to you. Don't forget what they did to you, all that stuff. And it didn't work because he wanted the hug. Sami ended up teasing like he was looking back and forth, like he looked like he might turn, but he ends up going in for the hug on Solo, but instead he does the exploder suplex to Solo. I thought that was awesome. And then the beatdown continued in this, against all of the competitors in this match, and it ended up being the ring getting cleared out, and it was the OGs were in the ring. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. Jay, Jimmy, Roman and Sami were all in all four corners, and it was left for Solo to be in the ring by himself in the middle. He gets up, he's looking around, he's stuck, he's caught between all four guys. And they timed it pretty nicely where both Roman and Sami both went from opposite corners to attack Solo in the middle, but Solo ducked and got out of the way, and it was Sami who hit the haluva kick in Roman's face. Wow. I know this is a lot. This is jam-packed for the first match, but this is how the show started. It was pretty great. And after that, Roman's down and hurt. Jimmy is mad. He's arguing with Sami, like, why did you do that? All that kind of stuff. Jay breaks it up, and Sami leaves the ring, and that's kind of how that whole sequence ended. So, interesting. We're not done with this. This is all playing into it, and I fully expect still Sami Zayn to join this team for the War Games match that's happening at Survivor Series next month. Well, this month in November. So, yeah, very cool way to start the show. It's a lot. It was a mouthful. It was a lot of notes to write, but I wanted to make sure I hit a lot of the important things. Yeah, great start to Crown Jewel. We're going to move on to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Women's match. Hey, I said in the predictions video that this could be easily a sneaky, surprising, great match of the night, and it really was. It delivered. I loved this match. I really did. I saw nothing wrong with it. There was a lot of great, and what I loved about it, the tag team moves that they all did on one another, amazing. Like, everybody had their own set of tag team moves. We got to give it up. We got to give props here for the women's tag team division, because for so long, people were talking about how bad the tag team women's division was, and I agreed. I mean, there was only maybe one or two standout teams. Now, we had a tag team match with 4 really great tag teams, and there could be more. Like, it's just the way this match happened. Everybody had their times to shine, which I definitely loved. But it is Jade and Bianca who come out on top of this match, just as I said in the predictions video. And to be honest, the whole night, I was spot on with like everything, except for one thing. Or 2. I should say 2 things. I nailed everything in my predictions video, which is why you should like and subscribe to this video and channel. I mean, you have to. We know what we're talking about here at Wicked Bitter. Sometimes we're wrong, but there's a lot of times where we're right. And I love that about this channel. We're all collectively intelligent wrestling human beings. I love that. But yeah, Jade and Bianca win this match. I thought it was very cool that Jakara and Lash Legend got NXT chants when they were illegal in the ring. They looked great in this match. Everybody came out on top. Everybody looked great, but it was Jade and Bianca who come out with the win. So great tag team match. Loved every second of it. We got to talk about this Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins match. This was a great match. I mostly love how they made Bronson Reed look. They made him look like such a monster in this match. It took everything within Seth to beat this guy. It was just back and forth, hard hitting. I mean, it just exactly what you wanted. You know, they brawled before the match even began, which is one of the things I mentioned. Like, after all the brawling they've done in the past few weeks, why is this just a regular one-on-one match? But they ended up bringing elements of like hardcore and weapons and stuff like that without actually bringing it into the match. So I thought it was great. And, you know, it took everything for Seth Rollins to win this. He hit a few, maybe like 3 or 4 different curb stomps to Bronson Reed, including one on the stairs, one in the ring, and then he went up on the top rope and hit another one off the top rope. And all of that finally put away Bronson Reed. And I know this was an accident, but Bronson Reed ended up cutting his eye, and he was bleeding. And I think it just added so much to the visual of how that looked. Like, he was bleeding from down, like you could see the cut on his eye at the end of the match with the close-up shots. You know, Rollins is leaving, and actually after that whole curb stomp off the top rope, the match is over. Rollins is about to leave. He looks back at the ring, and Bronson Reed is standing there. I'm like, this guy looks like the Terminator. He just keeps coming back. I thought that was amazing. He was just staring at Seth from inside the ring. You could see Seth's mouth. If you read his lips, he said, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you?" Like, I loved it. You know, it's like Seth is like in disbelief. He doesn't know what else he can do to keep this guy down. He just couldn't keep him down. So I thought it was amazing. They made that look great. Bronson looked awesome, both like his attire and how he looked in the ring. I think he's going to be a huge part of Monday Night Raw going forward, and hopefully this kind of puts him in the main event spot, or at least soon enough he'll be there. I hope. We're talking about Nia Jax and Liv Morgan now for this Women's Crown Jewel Championship match. It was a solid match. I did love how Tiffany Stratton came out. Everybody cheered. They were wanting the cash in. She looked like she was about to cash in several times in this match. First time, Nia kind of looked at her, and Tiffany backed away like, oh, I was just going to do it to Liv, whatever. And then the second time, Raquel gets involved and stops it. And then I thought it was really great the moment where Raquel and Liv were kind of cornering and bullying Tiffany Stratton on the outside of the ring. And Nia came in and hit her and threw Liv back in the ring. And then that's when Dom gets involved. He threw Tiffany Stratton's briefcase in the ring to distract the referee. And then Raquel gets up on the apron and knocks Nia Jax off the turnbuckle. Liv hits her move, the Oblivion, and that's how Liv wins this match. So I thought this was great, a good tease again. But again, this is going to get Nia Jax even more mad at Tiffany Stratton, like I said in the predictions video. We're just building a case here for Tiffy. That babyface turn is going to be beautiful. She's going to get so many good pops because she's already over like hell with the crowd. And they just did a good job of making her seem bullied by Liv, Raquel, Nia. I mean, she's going to come out a winner on this. Like, she's going to come out on top and one of the biggest baby faces in WWE. I just got a feeling about it. Tiffany is so likable, and yeah, it's going to be great. But Liv Morgan wins. She is the first ever Crown Jewel Women's Champion. That title's not going anywhere, we learned, though. It's going to stay in Saudi, so she'll get a ring out of it, I guess, but hey, whatever. She wins the title, and that's how that match ends. How about that Randy Orton and Kevin Owens thing, huh? How almost spot on I was on that. Match never happened because there was an attack before the match. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton going at it. You know, Owens attacking Orton with a chair, and then Orton trying to he did the backdrops on the announce tables. Orton then hits Kevin Owens with a chair, and then we had referees trying to stop it. I mean, Kevin Owens delivered a stunner to the referee, which the ref sold amazingly. Did you see this? When he hit the stunner, the referee did like a torpedo out of the ring. I thought that was freaking cool. And then we get the agents getting involved, like Jamie Noble caught punched by Kevin Owens, and in the ring, the general managers show up. Randy Orton ends up RKOing Adam Pearce. Like, it was just back and forth. This fight ends up making their way into the crowd, the audience. More brawling going out there. Owens ends up getting Randy on top of a couple of tables on the outside in the crowd. Owens goes up in the audience, goes up a level, jumps off a rail, does a diving elbow through some tables, and then eventually on social media, WWE posted that Randy Orton had to been taken out on a like a stretcher, basically, so or one of those mobile carts that took him out. So match didn't happen. I do think this is a way to write Randy off for a little bit, and Kevin Owens can now focus on this heel feud he's going to have here with Cody Rhodes going into some Survivor Series. So very much looking forward to this. This is going to be great. It was a great it didn't happen as a match, so I picked Kevin Owens to win, but I'm going to say he came out the winner on this. I'm just saying. I nailed all of this today. You got to give props where props are due. Props are due here. I'm going to talk. The LA Knight match with Andrade and Carmelo was a really good match, but there wasn't so many things to really point out for me. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. LA Knight wins a triple threat match against Carmelo and Andrade, and this match was fantastic. It was a very entertaining, great match. The finish was cool. Andrade and Carmelo got caught up into a move where LA Knight got in there and ended up hitting the BFT, and I thought the whole thing was cool. So that was really cool. LA Knight wins. I don't know what's next for him. I feel like it's still going to be Andrade and Carmelo at some capacity, maybe one going for the title instead of both at the same time, and they're just going to take turns. But I want more for the LA Knight title defense and title reign. I just don't know what it's going to be at this point. It's kind of hard to tell. It might be just these two guys for now, and hopefully they make something great out of it. But to me, it's just it's solid, it's good, but it's nothing like amazing, which is what I'm hoping for. Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, Sheamus, and Seth Rollins are all announced for a number one contenders match. I think it's a fatal four-way on Monday Night Raw to determine who's the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is interesting. That was announced on the show. I think it's going to happen on Raw, and I think it's going to happen this Raw, I should say. Interesting there. I don't know who I'm feeling on that match yet. Maybe Priest, because he already had talked to Gunther. It'd be crazy if Dom somehow did it. If he ended up pinning like Priest again, or if he ended up pinning like Sheamus or something in that match. I could see Bronson Reed eliminating Seth from that match somehow, just taking him out so that Seth can't win it. And then the other three is kind of just up to maybe Butch for Sheamus gets involved, and then Dom gets the pin on Priest or something. I don't know. Something like that might happen, I think. That's an early little prediction there, but that's going to be a good match on Monday Night Raw. And then we get our main event. I did say Cody would win. my Instagram post was wrong. I in the video, in the predictions, I said Cody would win because I thought Goldberg would come out and cost Gunther this match. But in my Instagram post, I ended up putting the green check mark on Gunther's face accidentally. So disregard the Instagram post. Pay attention to the video. The video was correct. And that's the way it should have been on the post. I'm just saying. But the video, I said Cody Rhodes would win. Goldberg would come out and cost Gunther. Didn't happen. And midway through that match, I think I saw that Goldberg was at a College game day earlier that day, and I was like, oh, no. So that means he's probably not at Saudi. But, yeah, they ended up finding a way to make it work. Cody went up for a Cody cutter off the ropes, and Gunther reversed it into a sleeper hold, and Cody reversed that into a pin, and Cody ends up getting the pin that way. The crowd was red hot for Cody Rhodes. That was the biggest pops of the night for Cody. Cody ends up winning, becomes the first ever men's crown jewel champion, and that's our show. That's all we have. Gunther shook Cody's hand at the end of the match, which I thought is cool. Gunther is definitely a heel, but he is somebody who respects actual like wrestling. You know what I mean? And the all that goes into it. You know what I mean? So he shook Cody Rhodes' hand even though he lost the match. So I thought that was pretty cool. Gunther does not lose often, so very cool. It was a good PLE. It was solid. I enjoyed it. Every match was. I was into every single match. You know, even the brawl that didn't become a match. So very good. I think they furthered some stories here and they teased other ones. So I liked it. It was cool. I don't really like these Crown Jewel pay-per-views because I don't really care for the whole crowd. The Saudi shows, but it was solid. I did enjoy it, so that was cool. Let me know your thoughts, though. That was the show. Let me know your thoughts, what you think is going to happen, how you felt about the things that did happen, things that you thought should have happened would be great. We'll be back with another video, of course. We're going to review Monday Night Raw this Monday. That video will be out on Tuesday, so have a good rest of your weekend, my friends. Until we yeet again, enjoy the weekend. I will talk to you in the next video. As always, stay bitter.